It is streaming. Yeah, hello. I've started. Can you see? Now you can see. Now check. I think I'm live. Let me just check. Yeah. So let's start with the session. So basically, we're looking at questions that will help to solve things faster. So for whom is the session? For anyone who is preparing for any aptitude examination, the idea is to take up a few questions and help you solve things faster. So we will take up a few questions. What I will be doing from now on will be I'll be keeping the sessions on the YouTube so you can see it. I also made the previous sessions live, so you can go to the previous sessions. So you can go through it. It will help you with regards to your preparation. And so I'll go a little fast so that I can take up a few questions and you can then look at it and see the questions later. I mean, take your time and solve. The session is important because we'll be discussing methods, approaches that will help you solve things faster. So you can learn approaches from here and then apply it for whatever sums or concept that you're solving. That could help you a lot. Right. So we take a few questions, go through it. I'll give you some time to solve it, and then we'll discuss the solution. Right. So try to understand the question. If you get the answer, put it in the chat box. The approaches are not difficult. The approaches are simple. You need to understand it. So try looking at this. Look at the approach. Look at what you can do. Right. First question is this. Two roots of the equation ax squared plus bx plus c is sine a and cos a, where a, b, c are real and a is not equal to 0. Find the values of a square minus b square plus 2ac. It may look difficult because of the whole sine and cos that is mentioned out there. But the hint out here that I can provide to you is, so whenever you have variables given in the questions, you can always assume simple values for the variables and then solve. Right? Whenever you have given variables, you can put simple values. So basically we have sine a and cos a. So if I assume a as 0, for example, sine 0 becomes 0, cos 0 becomes 1. You can assume a as 45 degree also, in which case sine 45 becomes 1 upon root 2, cos 45 as 1 upon, you can do any of them. I'm just saying one of them because it's a theta question. The answer has to be integer. Take one of them, try to solve, and then try to find a value of a, b, c and try to get the answer. I said looks difficult, but actually it's very simple if you know how to substitute the right values. So key is to substitute the right values and try to get the answer. If you can substitute, you will get the answer. So we'll be having this session on every Wednesday at 10:15. At that point of time, if you want to ask any questions, queries in the chat box, you can put it up. I'll try to answer whatever queries that you have. Anyway, let's try to look at this. So if I have anyone, if I can substitute here, for example, because answer will be a constant number because it's a theta question. So the roots are 0 and 1, and the equation becomes x square minus sum of roots plus product of roots, which means the equation becomes x square minus x, in which case a becomes 1, b becomes minus 1 and c becomes 0 if I compare with this equation ax square bx square. Now substitute in a square minus b square. So a square is 1 square minus b square is minus 1 the whole square plus 2 into 1 into 0. This will give you 0. So answer will be definitely be 0 in that case. I said you can also substitute here. I mean, if suppose the roots are 1 upon root 2, 1 upon root 2, I can put the equation x square minus 1 upon root 2 plus 1 upon root 2 sum of roots x plus 1 upon root 2 into 1 upon root 2. Solve this. X square If I add 1 upon root 2, 1 upon root 2, you get root 2x. This becomes half. So a becomes 1, b becomes minus root 2, and c becomes half. Substitute again. A square is 1 square, b square is minus root 2 the whole square, and plus 2 into a into c. So we'll get 1 minus 2 plus 1, again 0. So either any value you take, you should get the same answer technically. I'm just putting two different values to show that different values will give you the same answer. So 0 will be the answer. In the exam, you just put one value and then try to get the answer. So substituting simple values whenever they are variables is a good way to try to get the answer, for a good method to try to get the answer. Yeah. Try this. I mean, time space distance. Look at the sum. Try to get the answer. Again, looks difficult, but if you picturize it, it becomes easier to solve. I mean, easier way to could be to draw the diagram and try to get the answer. A lot of time space distance sums can be drawn, but I'll not solve this sum. You can solve anyway, you can solve this sum, but I'll just try to draw and try to figure out how to get the answer. That's the key with regards to this sum. Rahul and Nitish start running in the 50 meters. Two ends. So Rahul is from this end, Nitish is from this end. Say. Speed of Rahul is 7 meters per second and that of Nitish is 3 meters per second. How far will Nitish be from starting point when he meets Rahul for the third time? So we want how far Nitish will be from starting point. Remember, Rahul's speed is 7. So let me assume this 50 meters. I'm just taking this 50 meters as 7x. Just for comfort level. Okay. I'll tell you significance. So once Rahul runs 7x speed and Nitish runs 3x, 3 meter speed, 3x. So when Rahul reaches the other end, let's say here, so Nitish has run 3x. Remember, the total distance we took it as 7x. So on the way Rahul will meet Nitish once. On the way Rahul will meet Nitish somewhere once between 0 and 3x. Second time when Rahul comes back, okay, reaches the second point, Nitish will be at 6x here. Okay, when Rahul comes back, Nitish, because Rahul has travelled 14x, that is he has reached back. Total distance we assume 15 meters as 7x. So he is at 6x. He has met second time. When Rahul is coming back, he will meet him for second time. So third time is when Rahul is coming here, Nitish is coming here. They will meet somewhere third time out here, somewhere on the way. So very close to Rahul's point. Very close to Rahul's point. So from the option you can make out the answer will be 45 meters because Nitish has travelled almost the entire distance. Right? From the 7x he has travelled more than 6x distance. So which means he will be closer to Rahul's end. And the total distance is 50 meters, which means from the option it has to be 45 meters because it's closer to Rahul's end. If you want, you can confirm it. Why 45 meters? If it is 45, if Rahul has travelled, if Nitish has travelled 45, then Rahul must have travelled 50, 50, 100 and then come back 5 meters, 105. And if you look at a ratio of 45 and 105 is nothing but 3:7. The speed, 3 and 7 speed satisfies. So D option. So understand, I'm just drawing and just picturizing the sum. First time when they meet, when Rahul and Nitish are going in opposite direction and Rahul is crossing Nitish for the first time in the opposite direction. Second time when they are going in the same direction, Rahul reaches the opposite end but Nitish reaches only at 6x. And third time when they come in opposite direction, they will meet at this point, very close to Rahul's end. Which means the answer will be very close to 50 meters, a little less than 50 meters. The answer will be 45, D option. You can put equations and then try to solve, but this is what I can tell you. By picturization, you can try to get the answer. Right. Next up, here you need to be comfortable with converting percentages to fraction. If you're good at it, I'll just put 33 1/3% is 1/3. 10% less, 1/10 less. 11 1/9 is 1/9, 1/9. 87.5% is 7/8. Remember, 12.5% is 1/8. 87.5% is 7/8. You can start with maybe assuming A as 300. Why 300? Because of this 33 1/3%, 1/3. Therefore, you can start with assuming A as 300. It's important because if I take 100, then B's weight will become 66.67, which becomes fraction. And can work on that, but a little difficult. It's easier to assume numbers which are, gives you integer base as the answer, and then try to solve. Assuming the right numbers and right this one helps you solve faster. If you have any queries regarding anything, please put in the chat box. If you are solving it, getting the answer also, you can put in the chat box. Okay, so let's start with A300. B's weight is 33 1/3 or 1/3 less than. So B's weight will be 200. 1/3 less means 100 less. 1/3 of 300 is 100. Then C's weight is 10% less than B. So 10% of 200 is 20. So C's weight will be 180. Right? 10% of 200 is 20. D's weight is 1/9 that of C. So 1/9 less than that of D. So 1/9 of 180 is again 20. So D's weight will become 160. And E's weight is 7/8 more than D. Now 7/8 of 160 is 140. So E's weight will be 140 more, which will give you 300. So you can make out A's and E's weight is same. So if it's same, the answer will be 0. A option. Right? A's and E's same. So knowing percentage to fraction does help, especially in time and work, percentage sums, etc. So be comfortable. At least till 1/12 be comfortable. Again, times per distance. Again, picturize it and try to get the answer. Instead of purely trying to solve it, will take you time. Good sum if you can understand and try to solve. If you just picturize it, you can get the answer quickly. So you can take a gap in terms of minutes as distance, the time as distance. It's a decent way of solving time as distance. Okay, so let me put this. So gap between them when the bus reaches the designation point, when the point meeting point, this is a meeting point. Supandi is still 15 minutes away. Supandi is still 15 minutes away because he is 15 minutes late. The gap between them is 15 minutes. Now they meet after 5 minutes. So Supandi has traveled 5 minutes. His speed is normal. This is 15 minutes of Supandi's speed. So Supandi has traveled 5 minutes of Supandi's speed. In that case, the bus has already traveled 10 minutes of the distance. So you can make out that the bus speed is double that of Supandi's speed, which means the ratio of the speed is 2:1, B option. So when the bus reaches the meeting point, Supandi is still 15 minutes away because it's 15 minutes late. It's 15 minutes away and the gap between Supandi and the bus is 15 minutes. Now they meet 5 minutes after the usual time. That means Supandi has traveled 5 minutes. In that same time, the bus has traveled 10 minutes because it's 15 minutes and 5 minutes is Supandi's time. So bus has traveled 10 minutes of Supandi's time at the same time. So he's traveled double of what Supandi has traveled. Speed of bus will be double that of Supandi, which will be 2:1. That will be the answer, B option. No solving, nothing. If you can just picturize it. I mean, I said a lot of time prediction sums can be solved by just trying to draw a diagram, understanding it. And if you can understand the fundamentals, you can solve it fast. Some of these sums. Okay, so understand this. All sums that are, good, decent, medium level sum. If you can solve it fast, it saves a lot of time in the exam. But you need to create a habit of doing that. There's some amount of unlearning and learning required to help improve with regards to your methods. You can use that whole formula saying that cost price is equal to selling price upon 1 plus profit percentage. This is what you can use. And secondly, what you can use also is 2:3. You can take 2 or 3 as a number, 20, 30 as a number, 200, 300 as a number, whichever number you want. You can use this 2 and 3 itself, because it's anyway ratio that you're calculating. The selling price is 2 and 3. I want to convert to cost price, so divide by 1.25 out here, convert 1 plus profit percentage, 1.2 out here, by a ratio out of cost price. So remove the 0.2 places, 3 upon 125 is 2, 2 upon 125, 3 upon 120. So 3 will get cancelled with 120, will become 40. 120 and 45 will get cancelled, 25, and this becomes 8. So look at 16:25, which is D option. That's the answer. Yeah, 16:25, D will be the answer. So just write the values, 2 upon 1.25, 3 upon 1.2, and find the ratio. You get the answer. Just knowing the form. Don't try to calculate 2x, 3x, form equations and try to get the answer. Just putting 2 and 3. Normally in ratio you can assume 2 and 3 as the number and solve. Whenever the answers are given in ratio or percentage, you can assume the numbers given as the value and solve, because it anyway gets cancelled. That's how you can go about it. Right, so we've taken the sums. I will keep this as the live session. So we took 5 sums. Here first sum we assume numbers, A, variables, you can assume any number and solve, because the answer will be a integer, whichever is there. So all values will give you the same answer. In B, we drew times per distance, find out the approximate value and looked at the options. So we use the options and use the approximations to get the answer. Third, fractions to percentage, be comfortable. Here again we drew diagram and try to figure out the answer. Drawing diagram helps to figure out the answer quickly. And ratio, you can take the same number 2 and 3, find a ratio, and ratios mean you don't have to take x and all, you can directly take the values and solve. Right, I hope this is clear. Yeah, we'll have this session every Wednesday to help you with regards to methods. Go through it. Okay, and you can go to the previous video which I also uploaded, the Patrick Pathshala live sessions. You can go through it, help you to revise, etc. Right? Also Road to 100 sessions. So these sessions, Road to 100 sessions, Road to JB sessions, go to the videos of that. That will help you to go through the concepts in a better way. Thank you and see you in next session.